welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, I'm Amanda. So as you can tell by the title, I am wrapping up April. It's actually May 1st already, so happy Beltana to those of you that celebrate it, and if not, happy 1st of May. April. Oh my goodness. But before we get into what I got up to in April, books, decks, crystals, yeah, I think that's all we're going to talk about today. That if you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of the family here. I absolutely love my little corner of the internet, and I'm so grateful for all of you. If you love all things tarot, oracle card related, decks, books, chit chats, all that kind of goodies. And I also do vlogs as well, so if you like them kind of style videos, then you have found the eclectic YouTube channel for you. So go grab a snack, grab a drink, and we will get into the video. So first of all, what I want to talk about is some books. And I thought I had read way more in April than I did, but then I was looking at what I read. And yeah, I started off the month really good, but after I read this book, I'll show you, you will understand why I actually got into a reading slump. So if you've read this book, and if not, think about it. Okay, I'm going to talk about it first. So I actually have three. So two are that I'm still currently reading. So actually I'm going to talk about this one first. Is If Women Rose Rooted by Sharon Blackie. And I am about 167 pages in. I am enjoying it. It's definitely a different read than what I'm used to, I have to say. Is my nose stud? My nose stud's just hanging out there. It's a different read for sure. But if you want kind of more a Celtic pagan, more rooted in Ireland, Scotland and Wales, then this is a great one. Excuse me. But it's definitely mind-opening. I don't have too many thoughts on it just yet, but I am enjoying it. It's just a book that I'm taking my time and I need to just process. It's one of these books that, especially when I read non-fiction, spiritual, witchy books or anything like that, it just takes me time to digest them and to get through. And then the book that I absolutely loved, devoured, thought about, still think about all the time, it just consumes me so much, like a ridiculous amount of how much this book consumes me. And I know there's like mixed feelings on it, and I'm trying to think who said it, but I know I said it myself. It is beautifully devastating, and I don't know how it can be beautiful and devastating at the same time. But this book, A Little Life, I'm not going to butcher the name, but I think everybody knows here what. You've heard of it. If not, I would say go look it up, read reviews. Okay, I have talked about this in my vlog, and I have the window open, it's quite warm today. I don't even know. I think this is why I kind of stopped posting on my Bookstagram, because I just couldn't find the words to put in. Like, first of all, is the author okay? I know a lot of people had this thing about triggers and things like that, but look, to be honest, you guys, if you go look this book up, people will tell you. Okay, so this will be quite triggering for a lot of people. Okay, so go look it up. I'm not gonna go into it too much here, but all I want to say, and like, I have poor Jamie's ear burnt off his head talking about this book, and like, a lot of people were complaining already that it's quite big. It doesn't need to be like over 800 pages. Is it just under 800 pages? Yeah, it does. It needs, like, I feel like this book is just, it's definitely like, so I think it was here like a modern classic, 100%. There's a quote on the back of this, and I just want to share it because it was so devastating and beautiful, and I couldn't, I'm trying to remember where it was. and it's just, this book consumed me. I think about it way more than I should think about a book. Hold on, let me find the quote. Okay, it was actually at the back of the book is the one. And so I try to be kind to everything I see. And in everything I see him. And like, that quote has lived rent-free in my head. I'm already welling up, because when you read that book, you know it's a good book when it still impacts you now. When you read that book, it really alters how you see people and how you perceive them and things like that. And it really gets your mind going, and how being kind to everyone is so crucially important, because you just don't know their story. So that's why I was in a reading slump, because that book consumed me. It just was everything, and it is everything, and it is a tough read, and it is intense, and it's thought-provoking, and it's emotion-provoking, and it will make you feel angry, happy, sad, devastated, heartbroken. You will grieve, you will feel all these feelings, but by the end of it, I feel personally myself, I was glad I read it, because there were some parts that I had to just power through, because it was just like, oh, fucking hell. It is powerful. It is powerful. And I'm just like, oh, I would love to read it again, but I'm going to leave it a while before I do that. And then the next one that I started reading, and I haven't got in, well, I've read a couple of pages, but I'm still getting back into it, is One Day by David Nicholas. I can't even talk now, because I'm just that. I got the secondhand in the charity shop, because I know there's a series out on Netflix on it. So that's what I was trying to read. I thought I might have it finished by April, but as you can see, I didn't. I've read a few pages last night or the night before, and I'm just finding it difficult to get back into reading. So it is what it is. Okay. Moving on from the high emotions that A Little Life does provoke in me. Honestly, it's one, I love that book. I want to talk about crystals. So I did not write down the crystals that I worked with in April. So I need to go from the top of my head with the ones that I worked with. But I know I worked with amethyst. I always work with amethyst. As you guys know, this is one of my favorite pieces. So I worked with amethyst. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. You know, I do like watching these, but sometimes if they're too long, I just don't get a chance to watch the whole thing. I also worked with fire quartz. And this is a gorgeous one. This has like a beautiful, my god, I caught my own accent there, like. Rude. A beautiful flashy rainbow, and beautiful. I love that. And I also worked with, and this has been mentioned a couple of times, is my rhodonite. I love this. I got this for my birthday. And I'm really working a lot with my heart space, my heart center and things like that. So I'm working a lot on that. And then the last one that I can think of that I worked with, and I don't know, did I mention this? I think I mentioned this in my vlog, is my sunstone with moonstone inclusion. And okay, so the flash is not going to work. You can kind of see if, oh, hold on. It's, moonstone is, oh wow. Moonstone is a a sister crystal to labradorite. Do I have a piece of labby? I do, but this one isn't my flashiest piece. This isn't my flashiest piece of labradorite. There is a hint. This one is a purple one, but these are impossible to, you can see there. Now, I love labradorite as well. But I didn't work with it this month, but they're the crystals that I worked with. Hold on, let me close the window. I kid you not, the minute I closed that window, he stopped. Anyway, aside from all of that, so what did we get up to? Now, if you watch my vlogs, which you should, because I'm trying to get into it. I find it get boring, but a lot of you really, really enjoy it. So it honestly like keeps me going when you guys go, oh no, we really love your weekly vlogs. So thank you. I do appreciate that. But I am an aunt now. So that is huge news. It's mental. We're still kind of like, what? Because it just felt like so surreal. Okay, it just felt so surreal, and it hasn't even sank in and things like that. So myself and Jamie went to see her last week. Yeah, last Friday. So, you know, you're trying not to bombard him with calling all the time, but yeah, so I'm an auntie now. What else did I get up to in April? April was kind of a quiet month, to be honest. I kind of started planning for our wedding, kind of. I really need to put my finger out and kind of crack on and get on with it. We also went down to Cork. We went to the book fair and craft fair down in the Marina Market. If you watch my vlog, it's in it. And I bought a couple of books. I didn't think it was great, to be honest. I didn't think it was overly exciting as such, but it was nice to get out. And I also bought 2 new decks. So I'll actually show those before I show the decks that I worked with. So I'm going to flip you guys around. We're going to go to the desk now, and yeah, let's talk some decks that I worked with this month. It's not a whole pile because this month was kind of intense. The energy was pretty intense, and I had a lot of stuff come up that I had to work through and things like that. And yeah, right, gonna turn you guys around. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you the 2 decks that I got this month. I'm definitely trying to do, it's not a no buy this year, but definitely a low buy. How well I'm doing, I don't know. I haven't kept track. I must actually write these into my journal because I'm writing down all the decks that I got so I can keep track. So the first one, I have done a walkthrough. I'll try and remember to link it, is the Healing Spirit Oracle by Gordon Smith. It's a Hay House deck, and I really like it. I haven't worked with it just yet. It's a 48 card deck. These are the backs, and then these are the cards. It's very galaxy, very astral, dreamy kind of a deck. It's not for everyone, I know that it's not for everyone, but I definitely kind of like it myself, and I like the color palette of that. So again, I'm just doing kind of a quick show. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time either. I do appreciate when you watch the longer videos, but I do understand, you know, you got things to do as well. We also have the Celtic Magic. I actually showed this in my vlog, and this is a book and a card deck. It was only €13, so to be honest, I was like, on the grand scheme of things, even if it's not that great, it wasn't going to break the bank. So that is the back if you guys want to pause and read it. If you guys want to see a video on it, let me know, because I haven't seen anybody talk about this. It's not a deck that I've seen. This is the guidebook. Plenty of information in it, and seeing as I'm kind of leaning towards that Celtic feel, the little box is kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie, it is very cute. The deck, on the other hand, yeah, you can see why it's €13, but listen, it's a slightly bowed. I'm hoping over time it might kind of, you know, it's easily shaped, so I'm hoping maybe once I shuffle it up and whatnot. But it's 50 cards, and it's all based on, oh, these are the backs. They're beautiful, actually, to be fair. The card stock itself is kind of, it's thin. It's quite thin. But again, the cards aren't going to be for everyone. But I do feel like if you're into this, then this deck is definitely going to be your vibe. But I get it, like the artwork is kind of it's not for everyone, but this deck does show you how to use it for, or the guidebook shows you how to use it for divination and magical purposes, so you don't even have to use it as like an oracle. but I thought it was super interesting. All the same, and for 13 euros, come on, I couldn't pass it up. Okay, so what we all really want to see, to be fair, I think most people want to know, is what decks I worked with for the month of April. I actually only worked with 3 pairings, and I want to do a mention as well because I did work with this deck. So I might start, no, I'll do these first because I have them out in front of me. So the first deck that I worked with is the Rooted Woman paired with the Witch's Wisdom. Okay. You're going to see kind of a theme going through the month of April. 100%. Actually, I'm going to put my oracle in the middle and split these tarot because honestly, this tarot deck is chunky. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. Oh yeah, you can tell I'm professional at this. So I'm going to turn them over so we're not trying to flip them. Oh, that's mental. That's actually the cover of the book. This pairing, I don't even know how to say it for you, is unbelievable. Okay, can we see now? Perfect, I think. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this so much. I actually continued working with it for another week. Normally I just work a week. I'm literally finished reading about the wastelands in the book. So I do feel like it's important to read if women rose rooted because you might understand this deck a little bit more. The Witch's Wisdom, the guidebook paired with intuitive messages, chef's kiss. Honestly, chef's kiss. I love the incorporation of how these are very nature-based, very elemental, rooted in that whole earth feeling. I feel there's a lot of divine feminine energy that comes off this. Now that might be for everyone, but that's okay because that is a path that I'm feeling very drawn to right now, is working with the divine feminine. Like I said, you'll see a recurring theme here. But I just want to turn you guys a little bit so you can see. I don't know. I think it might be the light that's kind of washing out the colour, you guys. I'm really sorry. Because you can tell that it's... So maybe instead of splitting them, I might just put them side by side because I want you guys to kind of get the whole... You can see how the colour palette works so beautifully. Honestly, it was just a magical pairing. That's the only way I can explain it. It really got me into my feels, my emotions, 100%. There were definitely messages that kind of stuck with me throughout the day. That doesn't normally happen, you know, like subconsciously they're there, but to have it throughout the day is just... phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'll do one more and we'll get on to the next pairing. Now I did want to mention the other oracle deck that I actually worked with kind of just separate because I did the Rebecca Campbell oracle course, free oracle course that she did, and I worked with the Rose Oracle. Again, can you see a theme of very divine feminine? Now I know a lot of people probably think these are fluffy. Listen, I don't really care. I don't care. Not here. Not here. Nothing is too woo-woo or... I love discussing all things. I really do. It doesn't... I'm always intrigued. I'm such a curious person. I'm nosy probably. But I loved the pastels of this. The camera doesn't even do it justice, to be honest. Again, it's not for everyone. I get that. But I did want to mention it all the same. I got a very good reading off this for myself. So it's definitely I love this card. Like, oh, I definitely want to work with it more actually for May because it's sitting up on my desk. So yeah, just wanted to mention this. And the next pairing then was the Priestess of Light Oracle paired with a Divine Feminine Tarot. As most of you know, I adore this deck. I don't think I've ever, along with the Starman, I don't think I shut up about them. That's what it feels like anyway. So they're the backs of the deck. Oh gosh, are we just not cooperating? So as most of you know, I love Sandra Ann's decks. I really do. And this is upside down as well. Now, this is a super slippy deck. Mine is bowed. Okay. It's very loved. I received this for my birthday a couple of years ago from Jamie. So this is a deck that has worked through and through. I don't know would I get a second copy, but I'd hate the idea of anything happening to this copy because I really like it. Cardstock, not so much, but because the cardstock is kind of, it's thin. For an indie deck, it's quite thin. But, listen, when the messages are on point, I'm not going to complain. I mean, hello? Like, can you see how... Why am I going over here? Who's over there? Can you see how the simplicity and then the imagery on this works? Like, so this is very simple imagery. This is quite more in depth. I love how they complement each other. Again, very divine feminine energy that I was very leaning into. I was definitely leaning into more the emotions this month. Journaling a lot, but writing more so than creating art. I think I did 1 page in my grimoire. I haven't looked at it since. And that happens, and I'm learning to be okay with it. Like, it doesn't have to be full up, and you don't need 500 grimoires. I've really come to that realization that I just work with what suits. Oh, I don't really have words. To be honest, I'm kind of a loss for words. Somebody who loves to talk, and kind of lost for words with how this paired, but it was very nurturing. Very nurturing. Very intuitive. And I have to say, it's probably a pair that you look and you go, oh, I don't understand why you'd pick it, but then when you see them side by side, you go, ah, yes, now I see why you picked it. It's a powerful one. But certainly not least is the pairing that I kind of finished up April and started May with, was the Tower of Witch's Garden with Beltane or Beltane Oracle. And I just want to show this because I think it's so cute. I paired Bumblebee Jasper with my Beltane Oracle, and I just feel like they work so well together. And what else did I pair? Oh, I paired green goldstone. I know, yeah, you go figure that one out now. Of course the camera won't pick it up, but I swear to you it's green. Oh, there we go. Now, oh hello, you can see my face. Give that away. Anyway, that's what I paired with the Tower of the Witch's Garden. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this pairing, hence why I'm working with it again in May, because obviously today is Beltane, so how could I not? And again, you can see a reoccurring theme with me at the moment. It's very much earth, nature. I actually went for a walk this morning, and while my sinuses are at me, I feel better for it. I did take an antihistamine to help with that because I'm kind of prone to hives and things, but just to see because I have like a lot of pressure in my sinuses and stuff, so I'm trying to get, today's kind of recording day, so I'm trying to get through all the things, because next week is a bank holiday. Not that you guys needed to know, but now you know. But I love these two together. I really love these two together, because sometimes I find the Season of the Witch's Oracle can be any of them can be tough to pair with certain tarot, because they're quite specific. Obviously, they are around the season. But I did hear, correct me if I'm wrong, that Lauren Anderson is bringing out a tarot of this. So if that's true, you know I'm going to be on that, because the litha one is coming out in a couple of days and I need to get my order in, because I want to, I definitely, like, they're kind of like decks that I'm picking up. There's non-negotiable. I am picking them up and I don't mind. Oh, I love those two together. Like, do you see how well these work? Okay. So my lovelies, thank you so much for hanging out with me and for watching all my favorites throughout April. And I hope you have a very blessed May, and thank you so much. And I'm sending you so much love your way, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Also, I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll chat to you real soon. Bye guys.